Alright traders, let me tell you something that is very important in this video. Did you know that it is impossible, and I mean I'm not bragging about this, it is impossible for you to follow me for at least 3 weeks on my YouTube channel and still be unprofitable in the Forex market, except if you are doing something wrong. Alright, except if you're doing something wrong. But for the most of you I've encountered online, your testimonies were wow. Some of you can testify in the comment section. I have a positive trade running right here where I showed my community members the setup before going on to take that particular trade. I'm going to do a recap. Now, even if you're not part of my paid community, those people are mentoring, the few people are mentoring personally, you are benefiting from the after, the trade have already played out lessons I normally do. I used to do before and after, so you can get the details and learn something about that, because the market repeats itself almost every day. So I can boldly tell you this without any ambiguity that if you have followed me for at least 3 weeks diligently, you have no reason to take wrong trades in the market. You would know what it means to take good trades, and you can testify of that. If you are a beneficiary of everything I've done on my YouTube channel, please make sure you comment in the comment section, and then I'll go to my screen right now and show you this particular trade playing out right now. It is almost reaching take profit. I will not hide anything from you, so you can learn something from it. Let's go to my screen right there and I will show you guys. Alright traders, so this is the particular trade I wanted to show you. The trade is still running on Euro USD. I have 2 of these particular trades running on GBP USD and then the Euro USD. The only difference is that the one on GBP USD was a paper trade. Paper trade simply means like a demo. But then the one on Euro USD was a live trade. Alright, let me go back to Euro USD. Now, if you want to learn in the Forex market, you must pay attention to every single detail I am sharing with you in this video. And I told you that it is impossible for you to follow me for at least 3 weeks, diligently watching my videos and still fail in this market. So let's go into the reason why I took this particular trade. It is purely based on top-down analysis. And trust me guys, I am not just saying it. Everybody in my Telegram community was in this particular trade, or was in the Zoom session where I was telling them exactly where this trade was going to come, because some of them were about to take the trade here, and I told them that this is going to bring you into inducement, because I drew this area of liquidity. I knew that the consequent encroachment here was where price was going to trade into. But let me go into explaining it in the simplest term that even a beginner can understand. So what we did was that we went on DXY. DXY. So what is DXY? DXY is known as the dollar index, the United States dollar index. What is it? An indices is simply an instrument that measures the strength and the performance of that particular currency. All right, of that particular currency. So the DXY and the US dollar are like interwoven. So anything you see the DXY do, that is what the United States dollar would do. It is basically the eyes of the economy. So why do we check the DXY? We simply do that so we will know what will happen to the dollar. And why do we need that? It is simply because we are trading dollar paired currency, Euro USD, GBP USD, AUD, USD. So any pair that has the USD or even the futures indices that are correlated with that will need that. So I remember going to the daily time frame. I did this in the Zoom meeting, guys. I did this in the Zoom meeting and I was so precise with this. So I came to the daily time frame right here. This was the daily time frame I came to. You can even see the drawings now. I did not delete them. I said this was a draw on liquidity. Draw on liquidity up here. That is ultimately where price was going to go to. But then there is a breaker block here. Look at this. Is that a breaker block? I even put the mark here. There is a breaker block here, and aside from that, there is a volume imbalance here. Do you know what a volume imbalance is? I've taught you that time and again and again. A volume imbalance is simply when you see a gap between the bodies of two candles that are supposed to be close to each other. An ideal price action is this. There is no gap between them. See, there is no gap between them. So this is an ideal price action, a perfect price action. But when you have a gap in between, like this, and only the wicks of the candle are connected, is called volume imbalance. And it is an institutional reference point that price wants to come to. So I saw that volume imbalance and this particular order block and this breaker block. So price was about to trade into it, and I told them that price is overall bullish because we have this volume imbalance also above here and draw on liquidity here. So I knew that DXY was bullish, but it is going to start with filling up this volume imbalance before it goes up. That was exactly what I told them. So I said, if that is the reason, then we are going to go bullish on foreign currencies. And look at the market. I told them that we have swept external range liquidity. When price is moving, it does these two things. You know, breaking structure above to ensure continuation, external range liquidity, and it is coming into internal range liquidity on the 4 hour. And I was telling them, look at this area or this area. If you put from premium and discount perspective, we are still in premium. We are targeting discount. Please follow me, guys. You're going to get a lot of knowledge. So price was going to trade into this area, but then we don't know when. So we want to sell and then ensure that price came to this, you see this fair value gap or this particular fair value gap. So I decided to even go to the 1 hour time frame. I did all this right there. I told them this was when the price started moving. You see, price moved up, creating this. This is a mitigation block. Price moving up, doing this, pushing, crashing. So price targeting this area and it's now crashing. I was very emphatical about what I told them. So this was the first thing we did before going to Euro, USD. By then, I was already taking a trade on paper in GBP USD. In GBP USD, I didn't hesitate to tell them that I was already on GBP USD because GBP USD was actively moving that time. This was it. I saw GBP USD right here. Let me show you that. I saw GBP USD. Let me delete everything so you can see it in detail. So why did I take the trade on GBP? The dollar was going to go bearish, and the GBP USD, if you go to the 4 hour time frame, it has traded below this draw on liquidity and it has traded into this bullish order block, guys. And then even if you are considering this guy, price have traded into that area. So what else are you looking for? Simply look for an opportunity to go bullish. And why are you going bullish? You will either target this breaker block because that is a perfect area for price to come to, or price can even come to this balanced price range. Balanced price range, this one. So if price was going to come into this balanced price range, what is a balanced price range? It is simply when you have two fair value gap, one by the left hand side, one by the right hand side. One is bigger and one is smaller. This is inside. So this area could be a point where price was going to come to reverse. So two things. Price will either reverse from here first, this order block, or this breaker block, or this balanced price range. But if we are ideal on this, we will target anything in premium. So this breaker or this guy is the place we're going to target. So this is the reason why I went bullish. We are counter trading. The overall trend is bearish. But is it going to continue on bearish forever? No. This is what I wanted you to know. No, it is not going to continue like this. We are going to counter trade. So I went straightway to the 15-minute time frame without any hesitation, guys. On the 15-minute time frame, this is what I saw. This is what I saw. Imagine the price action. All the delineations are there. I'm not faking anything. I am not faking anything. And if you are part of my community, please comment in the comments. Tell me how you are benefiting. Tell me how you're benefiting from what I'm sharing. All right. So I saw this shift in market structure. Price came, shifted structure here, right here at this point, and then came sweeping liquidity below here, shifting structure to the upside. And I said, okay, this is exactly what I want. Inducement. I made a video on inducement, and after now I'll also make a video on inducement. I said, okay, uninformed trader, take your trade from here. He's taking his trade from here and he's targeting somewhere hilariously. His stop loss is here. But then I am seeing a breaker block. Did you see this? A breaker block, guys. Those of you who have followed ICT for long, or you followed me here, this is a breaker. I said, yes. If price was going to come, tell me that you're going to come to this breaker before you go up. That was the only thing I needed to be in that particular trade. That was the only thing I needed. But the funniest thing was that this trade was a paper trade. I told them clearly. I said, this is a paper trade I was taking. Price came, taking me in from this guy. Started even going up, sweeping all this area, but then it came all the way downward. Why did it come back? It came back because Euro USD was not ready and GBP USD are positively correlated. Almost touching my TP, and I'm sure I will be closing from here anytime soon. I'll be closing my positions, right? So GBP USD was already moving, but Euro USD did not give the inducement here. Look at this. Euro USD did not give it. You see, somebody was asking that, is it time to take the trade? I think the question will be there if I check carefully in the community. I am sure the question should be there. Do I still have the question? If I have the question, somebody asked that correctly. I'm not sure I will be able to see the question, but then somebody clearly asked the question and even shared the particular screenshot asking whether it is ready. I said, no, it is not ready. What we are seeing here, this guy, is an inducement. Why? Because if you pick your FIB level, put it here, take it to this area, we still have, the bodies of the candles have not traded into this area. And I told you that if you have a very big fair value gap, let me show you, very big fair value gap, what you need to do is to ensure that you take the trade from the consequent encroachment. Consequent encroachment is that you measure the entire fair value gap. The middle of that fair value gap becomes your consequent encroachment. I think I will be able to type it. Is it consequent? Yeah, all right. Encroachment. Is that how you spell encroachment? Yes. Consequent encroachment. I hope that is how you spell encroachment. Please help me spell it in the comments. All right, help me spell it in the comments. So price was here. Somebody was, mentor, don't you think we should be in this trade? No, I told them, look at this breaker area. The breaker is still there. Price is going to come to this area. This price is going to come to that area. I put my trade pending order here. I went to do some few things. I didn't even know what was going on. So price played out. Are you in the trade now? Notice how price came to the consequent encroachment exactly at the middle of that fair value gap, that confluence with this breaker block. Exactly at that point, it then started reversing. That is the mystery and the beauty of trading the smart money concept. What is this? Shifting structure, return to where? To a fair value gap, consequent encroachment, market makers buy model. Market makers buy model. Let me show you. Market makers, how do they even spell it? Buy model. This is the buy model for market makers. Shifting structure, come back to discount, target a TD array, but this guy was a confluence, fair value gap, and a breaker block. And that was all I needed to do. That was all I needed to do. And it was when I came back that somebody was asking whether we should take the trade. That was the reason why we did the Zoom session. That was the reason why we did the Zoom session, to be in the trade. And some of them that couldn't make it, I also put the recording of the Zoom session here for them. All right, so they can go to that. So that was the only thing I was showing them. And I corrected somebody. Please mentor, can I sell down from here? This was somebody trying to take the sell on Euro USD, and that is the importance of mentorship. I told him, were you in the Zoom session, bro? I was asking him. He said, no, he wasn't in the, I'm just looking that trade. He said, yes, sir, he was in the Zoom session. Absolutely. I'm just looking that trade as a nice setup. That's why I asked her. I said, yes, bro, but I'm considering it to be more of bullish, trying to correct him. And he said, all right, then I will stay away. I told him. And that was the trade we took. I was asking them if that was correct. So it is what it is right now. So that was the reason why we took the trade. Everything is explained in detail. I'm going to explain this model for you in a separate video, but then this was an example of a perfect trade I took with the community, guys. Thank you guys for watching. And those of you who want to join the community, the website will be ready on the 1st of April. Everybody that wants to join will make payment, and it's a lifetime mentorship. I will make sure that we announce it together with my colleague on weekend, so that everybody will be part of that community. Thank you guys for watching. Ensure you hit the like button. Make sure you comment in the comments. And the goal is to make money in the market. There is no argument. If you have any question or you have anything, maybe I've forgotten something, you can let me know. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.